How's it going, everybody? We are back. Hope everything's having a good ass day. We today are. Wait. All right. Let's from the top. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good ass time. Today, there's been an update on the Chris Tyson and Mr. Beast situation, and we're gonna be reacting to this video where it seems as though this has some. Man, I'm not doing so hot today. I have choked on that intro 4 times so far. Like one of the times I kept going, but like I'm dying over here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Chris Tyson situation. Apparently, there's been updates. More stuff's been coming out about how Mr. Beast knew, how Mr. Beast has been faking all sorts of shit, how Mr. Beast has been involved in all sorts of situations that endanger kids or put them in very, very bad situations that they really shouldn't be in. So let's watch Nuxie and Mudahar talk about it. Mudahar, some ordinary gamer, absolute Giga Chad of security, cybersecurity, and Nuxanor. He's also there.
Yo, back from vacation. Oh, it's been a relaxing journey, sort of, kind of, not so much, really, to be honest. But, you've never really made it as a real YouTuber. If there aren't false allegations made against you. That
Obviously.
doesn't involve Mr. Beast, if it doesn't involve Keemstar, and if it doesn't involve getting canceled by association with people that some other people do not like. It's a pretty wild ride. I'm friends with a lot of gun tubers, so I don't know what I should have expected. But, being that this is probably...
Honestly, if you're friends with GunTubers and Twitter tries to cancel you, that just means that your GunTuber friends are successful, and so you should be happy for them.
In the top 2 dramas I've ever been in. It goes up there to the S tier. Hell yeah. Figured it's worth making a video covering it, clearing my name, and because there's just a lot of lies about me that I would like to squash if possible. Also, Muda recorded a short clip that I'm going to be including basically towards the end of the video to help corroborate some stuff I'm saying, but let's jump right into it, baby. Twitter tries to cancel Nux, episode 4 bajillion. Anyway, it all started a few days ago with this. This video, Chris Tyson just became a nightmare for Mr. Beast. So it turns out Chris Tyson, in the Mr. Beast crew, not exactly the holiest of peoples. I'm gonna give you like the ADHD 2-second recap because I'm sure all of you already know what's going on, but basically Chris Tyson was exposed for basically being a predator. And it ended up spiraling into something way worse. Apparently, Mr. Beast probably knew about it. It's a very big, yucky, ugly situation, and it is only the stepping stool to where we are going today. Also, thank you so much for the sponsor of this video, Mr. Beast Burger, Special Chris Burger. The Chris's Kitty Dog is sponsoring. Oh, they discontinued the Chris's Kitty Dog.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's an unfortunate name.
That's fucking hilarious.
Not sponsored. So, here is one alleged victim of Chris Tyson.
It's called Chris Kitty. There's no way that's what it's called, is there? Sure, food products. Feastables, that's what it's called. Go away. Wait, no, this is just a candy bar. Wait.
Also, thank you so much for the sponsor of this video, Mr. Beast Burgers.
Let me see. Mr. Beast Burgers. Okay, let's look at this. You got the chicken sandwich combo, the Beast style burger combo. Okay. Where can I see all of them? Is not here. They took it out.
Special Chris Burger, the Chris's Kitty Dog is sponsoring. Oh, they discontinued the Chris's Kitty Dog. That's an unfortunate name. Yeah, no, video not sponsored. So, here is one alleged victim of Chris Tyson, okay? I don't want to get into all this shit because that's really not so much the point. Here is another alleged victim of Chris Tyson back when they were like 15 and
Yeah.
Chris was, what, 19 or something?
A lot of kids been coming out
Here we got another
talking about
alleged victim of Chris Tyson. This is when Lava, the victim, is 13 and Chris Tyson was an adult. Basically, not good. Lots of peoples came out, lots of arguments, and Chris Tyson is a monster. Thank God they are off the platform. Or at least not actually banned by YouTube because of political favoritism, probably. But they are definitely not coming back. Ain't no way. Mr. Beast fired them. It's Jover. But what initially tipped people off and to start looking into this entire situation was the connection between Chris Tyson and Shadman. Now, I'm gonna have to give you some deep dive into the Shadman lore. And what better way to do that than to let the man, the myth, Mr. Moist talk about it himself, all right? This is the rundown on why Mr. Shadman is a monster.
But with Shadman, he wasn't drawing lolly. He was drawing real children sexually.
That is something that I've seen a lot of people kind of miss the point of. I've seen a lot of people go, oh, you know, it's just lolly. Who gives a fuck about lolly? It's just like, it's just cartoons, right? Like, no, it's cartoons of real people. And it's weird to me that so many people miss the point of that, and it actually makes me think that they don't miss the point, they're just defending him because they approve.
So, one of the most infamous cases was when he drew Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter in a pornographic setting. That actual fucking lunatic drew porn of an 8-year-old girl. That's not hearsay or anything, that is something that actually happened. And you know what's even crazier? I talked about this on stream. A lot of people supported him publicly.
That is
true. A lot
true.
of people defended that. Back when Shadman dropped that revolting dog shit, there was a lot of people that were pumping their fists saying, go Shadman, it's Keemstar, who cares? Doesn't matter, he deserves it anyway. Shadman, do you take requests? Can you do this person's underage daughter next? He received applause for drawing child porn. Let that shit marinate for a moment.
Yeah, that's completely insane. This is not my defense in any way here for anything at all. However, it is a little bit insane as to how much support Shadman got back in the day. So much support that I didn't even know he was a controversial figure until after my first interaction with the guy. But
I knew he was a controversial figure the first fucking moment I took a look at his art. Like, there is so much child stuff there. Like, so much. Real people child is corn is fucked up. If it was fiction in Rule 34, I guess it's okay because it's not based on real people, I guess. Yeah, it's not illegal. I think it's still fucking weird, but yeah, it's not illegal. The issue with Shad and the reason why it's illegal is because he was doing it with real people.
I will get down that path later. I have receipts for everything. Never fear. All is good. All right? So, once it turns out what Shadman was doing, it turned out that Chris was fawning over drawn CP of Caillou. What the fuck? Begging Shadman to draw a 10-year-old anime girl. What the fuck? Being disappointed Shad didn't draw Beast Boy. And even more teasing with Shad. Basically, it seems like they had some kind of massive relationship. Chris was a very big fan of Shadman's hentai, if you could even call it that, because it's based on real people and it's pretty fucked up. Anyway, it gets wilder because not only did Chris like Shadman stuff, but Chris purchased Shadman art and has it on the wall in the living room. It's pretty messed up. Even look at
honestly, it's one of those things like, it's not even about the fact that it's child stuff. It's just like, brother, why do you have porn in your living room? Like, that's just weird, right? Like, I'm not kink shaming. I'm just saying, like, you weird. You weird for that. By the way, this guy kind of looks like a slightly more drugged out ninja.
Mr. Beast over here is like, what the fuck, looking at that shit. All right, anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is this is someone that liked his art, that supported him, that was friendly with him, that purchased his stuff and financially supported him. And then it turned out that, yes, the shock of all shocks, Chris was actually an alleged predator. So, after this all came out, in light of the Chris Tyson stuff, we thought it'd be interesting to track some of our favorite creators' interactions with Shadman over the years. Welcome to the Mega Thread. And then the Salem Winch Hunt Epstein list of YouTubers begins. Anyone that ever had an association with Shadman has been brought into the light. Now again, as I've mentioned earlier, for some reason, Shadman was like a light.
not just this incident. Apparently, like all sorts of other stuff has been coming out about how he faked all the contests, all the giveaways, all that stuff. It was all going to his close friends. Like he'd bring in strangers as well to pad things out. But like most of it was friends, family, and other big creators. And it never went to random people. It always went to people in the Mr. Beast family. So it's like, oh, okay, that's fraud though.
Liked dude in the community. It was like, oh, edgy shock humor, and it wasn't actually, I don't know why people somehow thought this wasn't messed up, and I was never, ever, ever in any sort of relationship with him, but I'm on the thread, and I'll show you why. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so here we got Sky Williams talking to Shadman. We got Dolan Dark having lots of conversations with Shadman. Elvis the Alien made an entire series based on Shadman's art. Ricky Berwick did lots of stuff with Shadman. Jessica Negri cosplayed Shadman people.
Look,
Ricky Berwick did lots of stuff.
Look, here's the thing. Jessica, like you can't blame e-girls for cosplaying the characters of a well-known adult artist, right? All Jessica Negri did, and all Belle Delphine did, and all these other e-girls did, like they looked at something that was popular and they cosplayed it. All right? It's not that big of a fucking deal. It has nothing to do with supporting him. It's just, sure, it looks bad, but if you think about it for 2 seconds, all they're doing is selling their product, which just so happens to be themselves.
With Shadman, Jessica Negri cosplayed Shadman people. I'm just gonna keep going forever. Basically, everyone communicated with the guy because apparently Shadman wasn't controversial or something back then.
Yeah, he was everywhere. He was everywhere. He was super popular. Even if he was controversial, he was popular. And so, big creators who don't really know or give a shit about the drama that's happening, sure, they communicated with him. It's like, it's normal stuff.
About such a thing, but yeah, Senor Pello, I love that guy. Well,
I don't know who that is.
That's rough now. Shoe on Head apparently was friendly with Shadman. God, it's crazy to even look at this list. But it's wild. It's insane. Like, there's nothing to say. Bro, this is a lot of messages back and forth. Okay, so Belle Delphine cosplayed as Shadman, and Shadman also drew actual hentai comic shits about Belle Delphine at that time.
It's just...
I'm just kind of looking for me.
It's just two popular people interacting with each other in order to grow their own channels. It's like, yeah. He was controversial. He was always controversial. People always called him, you know, a pedo artist, but it's like, you know, he was popular, and the mainstream or the main part of the community hadn't turned against him at the time yet, so you know it was perfectly fine.
There we go, the man. All right, so the Aki Dearest bought art from Shadman, whatever. It just doesn't stop. It literally doesn't stop, bro. You even got
everybody
the
had interactions
Epstein photo,
with him.
The pyrocynical of Shadman. Oh
Damn.
my fucking god, it's crazy. And it seems Nux Taku had private conversations with Shadman throughout 2021. Curious. 1.3 million views, 100,000 views, 100,000 views, 100,000 views, 100,000 views, 100,000 views.
Oh yeah, because
why does mine? Oh, holy shit, they were going after Aki for this. God damn. 200,000, 100,000.
Wait, Kiwi stuff?
Oh,
Kiwi.
Shit.
Let me see.
They were going after Aki
oh,
for
it's
this.
just her. Yeah. Again, it's the whole e-girls.
200,000,
you know, interacting with a known
100,000. The point that I'm trying to make here is, for some reason, I became the goddamn enemy numero uno.
I mean, no, the person immediately after you got like twice your views. Don't flatter yourself, Nuxie. Don't flatter yourself, Nuxie. You're small fry. You're small stuff.
Trying to take me down for being some kind of pedophile because I had conversations with Shadman along the years. So let's see this damning clip that they have for me. Shadman takes lolly shit to another level. So Shadman is a Nazi-ish, pedophile-ish fellow. Shadman didn't just draw lolly porn.
The Nazi stuff is purely just the outfit. And okay, look, as bad as they were, the drip was fucking on fire, dude. Like, you gotta admit, they looked good.
Shadman drew lolly porn of real-life people. Like, Keemstar's 10-year-old daughter got drawn by this guy in sexual art.
Yeah, that shit was
and
fucked
that
up.
is fucked up. That is insanely.
Like, when it happened, Nux is right when he says that, like, a bunch of people were okay with it because, you know, Keemstar was very hated at the time. Still kind of is, but, like, at the time it was much more vitriolic. Now it's just more, ugh, this annoying asshole again. And so a lot of people were like, yeah, get that guy. And to me, it was just like, I saw that, and if the next piece of news that came out on the situation was that Keemstar had tracked down Shadman and beaten him to a pulp, I would not have been surprised, and also would not have been against it either.
He fucked up. Holy shit. Now, Keemstar is my best friend, which is why I'm extra mortified about all this. Oh god, I don't want to know how Chris was associated with this guy. All right, now they cut off here, which is interesting, because if you continue the actual video where I talk about the Shadman shit.
Yeah,
right?
he mentions that he's made fun of him in DMs and stuff.
This is what I say next. You know what? I'll put this into the world. Here's reasons why I don't like Shadman. I
Rick
feel like
and
I
Morty
need to
collection,
quantify
what?
Why I think Shadman is fucked up. Look at his DM he sent me. Okay? I don't share DMs, but so I made this video where I catfished predators on Discord. It was awful. But anyway, he's like, I don't like that. Like, he didn't like that I was catfishing predators on Discord. I thought this was one of the wildest self-reports I've ever seen.
That is, in fact, very weird.
The point that I'm trying to make is, yes, I did get DM'd by Shadman every once in a while, back in the day, rarely. I would just wake up out of the blue and boom, I'd have a Shadman DM, and I would literally make fun of him for those DMs later. Here's a clip from my video in 2021.
Because it's
this
fucking
one's
weird.
really exposing me, guys. I was talking to Shadman. That's a weird, yeah. And,
that's a way to start a sentence.
That's for qualification. Talking means he DM'd me. Just mentioning. A way to start a sentence. And he has some interesting takes on Gardevoir.
He can keep them. I don't think I need to hear them.
Yeah, they're weird. Dude, at the time that I got the DM from Shadman, I did not know about the Keemstar's daughter thing. But again, that's not even my argument. Not even my argument, because this isn't even some sort of relationship. It's not like I had a relationship and because of the Keemstar's daughter thing, I later decided not. No! Literally,
yeah, he was just
zero
like
relationship.
messaging
You get a DM from some guy on Twitter, and I made fun of him for
Shadman messaged like almost everyone who was of some significant size. Like, everyone. If you were on the internet and you were even like a little bit controversial, you probably got a DM from Shadman.
for it, as you're about to see. It was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. Like, through DMs. I didn't speak to him. Oh! Voice. I even said it in the clip that it was through DMs. I didn't even speak to him. All right. Cool. But it was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life.
I don't think you could have a normal conversation with a guy like Shadman.
Of course not.
Lord.
Shit's
Shadman.
weird.
Oh my god. I'm scrolling through the DMs. There are a few things that he said that were interesting. And he also says each word in like a different message.
Oh, he's one of those
multiple text messages. Oh my god, Bernie. Sure, it's good, but games are just corny to me. So I'm not a gamer. I'm like Sans, because I spent 11 hours beating him on stream when I was younger. Point is, hereditary means passed down from generations. Genetical memory, instinct. You dig? Then why accident if you exist? You're not perfect, but you exist. Why call it an accident? Hentai is ugly to me.
Hentai is what?
Perfect, but you exist. Why call it an accident? Hentai is ugly to me.
Hentai is ugly to me.
This is like a fucking like.
Brother, your job is drawing hentai. What do you mean?
He sent me a DM. I make fun of the DM. People try to frame this as some kind of relationship, and therefore they're canceling me by association with this guy, which is
super weird,
wild and insane. To the point that when I made this tweet about Chris Tyson over here, saying they not like us, implying that Chris Tyson's a predator, you'll notice it is 2.8 million views of thousands of people calling me a predator. I know. It's crazy. Like, you can't even believe this shit. So anyway, I ended up quantifying this. I would have just done this in a video like I normally would. I wouldn't have actually talked about it on Twitter because Twitter is a cesspool that people will just take shit out of context and make fun of you for anything. Yeah. Jesus could come back to life and people would cancel him for taking too long, all right? So I was on vacation, minding my own business, and I mentioned that Shadman DM'd me weird shit out of the blue. And I made fun of him for it many times in videos and on the podcast, as seen in the very clip that they share. I've never commissioned, promoted, been friends with him. I've never hidden that fact. Framing this as relationship is disingenuous. And overall, the reception's okay. Because anyone with a normal eyes in their head would look at this and be like, oh yeah, definitely. What the frick?
Always taken out of context.
Nux,
yeah, because
Nux
it helps.
makes fun of those DMs, and people are trying to cancel him for it. Anyway, the Reddit detectives go kind of wild, kind of crazy on this shit. Keemstar especially went on this entire tirade, trying his very goddamn best to cancel and bully every single person that ever associated with Shadman off the internet. So here's the fun stuff. So Keem said, YouTube dramas pushing all kinds of propaganda to shield themselves from criticism for censoring Chris Tyson's story. Blah, 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 blah. Gator says, then why did you falsely defame people that went after Shadman, like Nux Taku, and insinuated they supported the disgusting thing he did to your family? You can't have it both ways. Guilty by association is a double-edged sword. You owe a lot of them an apology. So,
True.
I just want to preface by saying, what happened to Keemstar's daughter, what Shadman did, is mind-boggling. It's awful. It's a nightmare. So I don't want anyone to send any hate to Keemstar over a video like this, clearing my name. I would just be using logical discussions to try to talk about why I am innocent and have never had any form of friendship with this piece of shit, Shadman. But don't send hate to Keemstar over this. Keemstar's daughter got drawn in a sexual way by this monster. If I was Keemstar, I don't know how I would react, okay?
Oh no!
Guys,
I know exactly how I would react. Like somebody would draw that shit of my kid, and like they not going to jail. I am. Like it's not even a question. Most parents would simply physically demolish Shadman. It wouldn't even be hard. The guy's a fucking stick.
Seriously,
He is literally a stick
Keemstar.
figure.
I don't even mind that Keemstar tried to cancel me over this shit. So Keemstar says, keep that energy, and he posts these two. He actually retweeted his own tweet to go onto his main feed, but after I responded and completely destroyed him in response, he unretweeted it so people wouldn't see, and just remember me as the guy that was associated with Shadman, but not actually let anyone see my response because ethics. So anyway, Nux Taku states that Shadman interacted with him out of the blue and nothing more, but a screenshot was found in a deleted conversation where Nux asked Shadman to collab. Also, Nux used a censored picture of Shadman's porn comic of Arya Stark, played by a child actor of Game of Thrones, for a thumbnail. This is all wrong. Okay, so we'll just do this one first. So I did use Shadman art in a thumbnail once. I made a video talked about fucking awful
Almost
Game
everyone
of
did.
Thrones, cursed Game of Thrones memes. One of the cursed Game of Thrones memes that popped up when I looked up fucking cursed Game of Thrones fucked up shit.
Oh, so he was just looking up cursed Game of Thrones stuff, and Shadman happened to pop up. That sounds about right, honestly. Like, Shadman was wildly popular at the time of Game of Thrones, so yeah, absolutely.
On Google Images was a Shadman art, and I didn't even know it was a Shadman art when I used it. I got comments saying I recognize the Shadman art, etc., etc., and I changed the art, not last week to avoid drama, not yesterday so I could have a Zynga response video and make an apology. No apologies! I changed the art 2 to 3 years ago! I don't know how you could look up that this is a fact, but you'll notice any screenshots of that video that you find with the actual Shadman art is like 15 minutes after the video is posted. You're not gonna find any from later than that because I changed it right when I figured out it was Shadman. This is the craziest fucking shit in the universe. But the idea that this is something cancel worthy is mind-boggling. I literally changed the art right when I found out 2 to 3 years ago. Anyway, also, to make things worse, they say that I used a picture from Shadman's porn comic of Arya Stark, played by a child actress for Game of Thrones. Lies! It wasn't even Arya Stark. It was the freaking you-know-nothing Jon Snow girl. It was her. It was not Arya Stark.
Okay,
these people literally will go crazy out of every possible way. This is not an...
Look, I've said this before, and I'll say it again a million times. If you have to lie to make your point, you're not doing it for the greater good. You're just lying. You demean the original point you were trying to make. You sully the conversation. You ensure that nobody takes you seriously again from that point forward. You're just a liar now. If you lie, you lose.
Underage actress. This actress is a adult. Get the frick out of here with your goddamn lies, stupid Reddit being peddled by Keemstar to everyone. And the thumbnail's removed. So why is everyone's obviously gonna believe this? Oh yes, of course, Nux used the censored picture of Shadman's porn comic of Arya Stark. Yeah, obviously. Not that I know, because the thumbnail was fucking removed 3 years ago, but yeah, I believe it. Anyway, it gets wilder. So I do respond to Keem. I say, I'm so sorry you had to go through all this, and I legitimately am. I'm so sorry that Keem had to suffer at the hands of this monster for so long. You have every right to be furious with the people that supported Shadman. I was never one of those people. I literally, you got the freaking mega thread of people with genuine interactions that supported him, that took pictures with him, that collabed with him, that tried to get his website back up. I was never one of those. The thumbnail was on a video about fucked up Game of Thrones memes and was changed 2-3 years ago when I realized who drew it. The second big exposed one for me, apparently, this is going to be fun. I like this one a lot.
It's funny how this was supposed to be a Mr. Beast and Chris Tyson situation, and we've just been talking about Shadman for the past 10 minutes. Like, granted, Shadman is like the more controversial side of things, but it's still funny.
Someone tags me, probably this guy. I don't remember what this was about. Shadman says a bit too middle school. I say want to collab.
Deleted conversation where next time you ask Shadman to collab. Also, next use a censored picture. Okay, yeah.
Oh no, but your heart's in the right place. I say, understandable, have a nice day. I'm here when you come around. Yeah, people are making this as some sort of, I am supporting him, and I'm trying my best to become
He probably just wanted him on the podcast so he could make fun of him, which, honestly, kind of based. Doesn't Nuts, like, constantly, lure people into the podcast so he can make fun of them? Like, granted, it's mostly, if not exclusively, shitters who deserve to get made fun of, but, like, still, he lures the people into his space so he can make fun of them. So it's like that's just the thing that Nux does. Why is everybody finding it strange that he's now inviting Shadman, somebody he has mocked before, and like trying to lure him into the podcast so he can make fun of him? It's like, come on.
Ends with Shadman, this monster, which is fucking stupid. If
I troll confront people when I collab with them the same way you do on lolcow, and if you watched my videos, you'd know that. I don't mind if you hate me, but at least hate me for the right reasons. I hope this Shad trauma goes away somehow. No one deserves what he put you through. Yeah, 100%. Everyone thinks Shad's scum. Getting your revenge on him,
you know my content at all.
on everyone else,
I troll confront
yeah.
people when I collab the same way you do, talking to Keemstar, on lolcow, and if you watch my videos, you know that. I don't mind if you hate me, but at least hate me for the right reasons. I hope the Shad trauma goes away somehow. No one deserves what he put you through. And I'm not saying this to dog on Keemstar right now.
Of course not.
This is not to dog on Keemstar at all.
But he does deserve to get dogged on, like, at least once a day.
First, I am going to prove the point of my troll confront people shtick. Okay?
All right.
So let me pull up my original tweet where I covered this, because I did in fact mention this over here. So
people saying I'm a liar because of these tweets. Aside from not knowing about the extent of his shit, then I'd collab with all sorts of scum. Most of my collabs are trolling, and I was going to grill him. I'd interview EDP. I've never commissioned, promoted, been friends with
people
him.
saying I'm a liar because of these tweets. Aside from not knowing the extent of his shit then, meaning I didn't know about the Keemstar daughter shit, I'd collab with all kinds of scum. Most of my collabs are trolling, and I was gonna grill him. I'd interview EDP. I've never commissioned, promoted, been friends with him. And then I say I'll probably talk about this more when I come back from vacation. So, Lyrics, commentary YouTuber fellow, says, good faith question, hoping you could clarify. This is huge, because most questions, not at all good faith. So you
obviously
didn't know
not. It's not.
Shit then, but
there's no fun in asking a good faith question. Like, if it's a good faith question, you can just answer it. What's the fun in that, right? It's way better if you just hit somebody with like the bad faith question, and then they have to give a response that you can then twist and turn into something that it was never meant to be, so that you win the argument, even though there was no real argument.
You were going to grill him at the same time. If you did get that collab, what would you grill Shad on? From what I remember, he was known as the guy who drew minors sexually. You didn't know that? The rare good faith question. I knew about the lolly stuff and some of his art, like the bestiality with fictional children,
yeah, that
etc.
shit's weird.
Definitely enough to grill the guy. Holy shit, there is so much more. Like, there is so much more than just that.
I mean, if he actually, got this interview, quote unquote, he absolutely would have found out everything. He would have, looked this stuff up and had a whole list of things to grill him on, like, hey, don't you think it's fucking weird that you're drawing real life kids? Don't you think it's fucking weird that you're known for the lolly stuff? Don't you think it's fucking weird to have animals on kids in your drawings? Like, don't you think you're fucking weird, my guy? Like, don't you? I feel like you should. You're weird, right, Chad? Like, come on, you're weird, right Chad? Right, Chad, man? You're weird, right? You're weird. You're weird.
That is the worst, and that would have been the hard cutoff for me to not even respond to the guy, probably. But I legitimately was gonna grill the guy. If you've seen my collabs, I didn't know about Keemstar's daughter, although that's the less important part of my tweet. Collabs are not promotions or condonement in any way on my channel. Appreciate the reply. If you have a history of doing many collabs for the sole purpose of trolling them, I think this is fair.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, when saying I was asking for a collab as a troll, it looks kind of bad. If that's what you've done before, it's believable. Well, this over here is a collab where I collabed with Kagi Films, a voice actor, and it was purely for the... I told him that we were going to get into a call, and I was going to show him some terrible anime dubs, and him, as a voice actor, he would review the anime dubs. I trolled him because the terrible dubs that I showed him were his own! It was his voice acting work in anime, and I made him sit through his worst performances of all time, and shit. And then bro was... he ashamed. Here is a video where I collabed with Daily Dose of Internet. I
That's
told him
just
I'd be showing
malicious
funny
as
anime
fuck,
scenes,
dude.
but it turns out, you know how he does, hey guys, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. Today I'm gonna be looking at a cat in a tree. I narrated freaking garbage anime moments with the Daily Dose of Internet voice, and I showed him a Daily Dose in anime video, literally making fun of his cadence and the way he frames shit. Here is a video where I show terrible anime adaptations to Netflix's One Piece producer. This guy over here, he is the One Piece live-action Netflix showrunner producer.
Let me guess. He showed him his previous work, which was terrible. If that's what you did, Nuxie, goated.
And he was making a live-action show. This is before One Piece came out. I collabed with this guy, and I told him, of course, I'd be showing him, you know, cringe anime clips and to make him laugh and stuff. But it turns out I was showing him terrible anime adaptations. Every bad anime adaptation I could find. I showed him the Cowboy Bebop cringe, and I showed him this from Dragon Ball Evolution. All right, I showed him all these terrible anime adaptations purely for the sole purpose of telling him that I don't think his adaptation of One Piece will succeed. Yes, this was a massive troll. It was all for me to give him for an hour, grilling him on why I think his One Piece live adaptation will fail. I was wrong. The One Piece live action was actually kind of great. Not gonna lie. But again, not the point. It was a collab purely for the purpose of trolling. All right? It's a Gundam. He is a guy that made a lot of videos talking about how he doesn't like how strong women are depicted in Western media. So I brought him in to show him an edgy anime. I showed him Redo of Healer, where this guy literally fucking destroys a bunch of really sad women in really edgy, disgusting ways.
Why?
To show him that, well, see, anime's problem solved. It was literally for the purpose of trolling him. Here is a video of Rule 34 Jeopardy. It's basically a Pokemon Jeopardy game where I would ask them all questions, they would all give answers, and then I would take all of their answers and all of the words that they said in their answers, and they were the lyrics of this really cringe Furrymon Pokemon song that I would vocode together at the very end to have them sing the song.
Come on.
Prefer to feel like
Slaves.
I left my home.
I
Tried to
pass
right through
the
all
law poly.
grass.
Yes, purposefully trolling purely for the goal of trolling. That was literally the point. They all thought they were doing a Pokemon Jeopardy game.
Poor
it turns out
guy.
they were not. They were singing the lyrics of this really cursed freaking Furrymon Pokemon
That is
song.
so cursed, dude.
I'm sorry I'm giving many examples. I can give you another 20 examples, but this was literally my content at the time. My content at the time was bringing people into calls to essentially troll them. All right, for lack of better terms. Probably my favorite example of a super obvious troll
Anime
that I did at
is
some...
Satan worship, declaring war on the One Piece community, got swatted live while rating huge YouTubers, not clickbait, got swatted. Massive YouTuber sues me over a meme, greatest fight scenes in Shmentai.
Some point. So it was started with this
Oh my
video.
God.
It all began with this YouTuber Deji. Deji was exposed by this guy Kavos for basically subbotting and shit like that. And Deji's big response to all
Okay,
that
but
was,
like, can you blame Deji for subbotting? Like, he was stuck just under 10 mil subs for literal years. Like, he was literally just under 10 million subs. It was a meme at that point. The guy was stuck there. It was
well,
beautiful.
You see,
I
have a
can't
dumb
blame
high
him.
IQ. My IQ is 189. It's a 189 IQ. I wouldn't do something so stupid. If Kavos can confirm to me with 100% certainty that you in fact scored with an IQ 95 or above, half of 189 or higher, $1,000 of my money to any charity of your choice. And if you get below 95, I think it'll be just, you know, it's completely unlikely that that'll happen, let's be honest. So first I make a video
That would
making
be
fun of
hilarious.
him. Then I troll him on stream for it over here, and I actually got swatted while I was doing that stream. That was very stressful.
I can imagine.
Shout out to Billy.
Shout out to Billy! You heard it from Deji himself, boys. Bro, this is probably the top tier comedy cringe stream that I'd expect from a man with almost 10 million
What is he
subscribers.
doing?
Bro, this is the stream of a man with a dumb high IQ of 189. And then I
What was he doing
comedy
this
cringe
stream, though?
that I'd expect from a man with
Ask Deji. He's just answering questions. That's it.
almost 10 million subscribers. Bro, this is the stream of a man with a dumb high IQ of 189. And then I eventually got him.
But yeah, bro
into-
was struggling to get that last bit to 10 mil. Cause he got there doing shit with KSI. KSI is a fucking absolute G of YouTube. Absolutely. One of the originals. The guy is an actual legend in YouTube communities and in YouTube in general. Like in content creation, KSI is one of the best. He carried himself, all of his friends, and his brother all the way to the limelight. And most of his friends managed to actually like seriously make something out of it. It's a shame that Deji kind of just never really put in the effort to be good at content creation.
a collab with me right over here.
And this isn't like a matter of, oh, you know, he just streams, so it's like lazy. No, it's like I'm talking about he was never really good at, and he never really tried to be good at just knowing how to interact with fans in order to be entertaining to them. And it kind of ends up being very disappointing because he really had everything to be one of the biggest creators out there, and he just isn't because he's lazy.
Where I showed cursed anime clips to the smartest man alive, literally making
Oh
fun
my
of
God,
him
that's
the
hilarious.
entire time. I don't know if you could see with my avatar in the way. Right here, this video over here, making fun of him the entire time for his dumb high IQ and shit like that.
Yeah.
Making him voice dub anime clips.
Please let me help you train. I'll be happy if you thought of me as a punching bag. Please make me happy.
It truly is the year of the simp. What can I say?
That's so
the
sad.
best part of it all, Bammo, right here,
the fuck is that?
KSI reacted to me. I ended up taking the clips of him doing the incredibly cringe voice acting stuff. I put it on KSI's Reddit, and I got him to react it to humiliate this man for
That's
his dumb high IQ.
beautiful.
I don't know. It's all trolling. Most of my videos are not super confrontational in nature, to be fair, even though they are done with 100% trolling in mind. My confrontational things with more controversial people, I guess, shine more on the podcast. I definitely did not give it easy to Boogie when he was on our podcast. Confronted the hell out of that man. Same with
Oh, yeah.
Star multiple times. I think that's pretty freaking relevant. Over the last
and I think
hour, you've
that's
told
all I
us
ever
you
wanted.
suck
No, I wanna
so
see the
many
KSI
times. You've
reaction.
told
What the
us
fuck?
all
Yeah, I
of your
suck. Yeah,
issues,
I'm gonna keep
your-
saying that.
your
I'll never
financial
stop saying
problems.
that.
You've told us your obesity problems. You've
Yeah.
told
Wait,
us
I need to look,
literally every
this up.
way you firebombed your own life.
God, I really tried not to do that.
But you did
today, too,
anyway.
but I
and
did, yeah.
The point, you do it every time I see you on a podcast or a talk show, you end up going there. You got to get your headspace out of there. And I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of faith.
Let me
I
find
did.
this.
But with this in mind, I don't know how you can't say in good faith that yes, I definitely didn't want to troll Shadman when I originally asked about the collab, which by the way was done before I even knew about the Keemstar's daughter thing.
Okay, this is more important. Shut up for a second, Nuxie.
Yo! It's your boy Kiss.
God, that's
Hold on, holy.
that's how you start a video.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anime Moon.
Oh my God.
Did not expect you to join me on this lovely collaborative
Anime
event.
No, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Oh my God.
First lovely clip I have for you today is the greatest swimming scene.
Oh my.
So, how do you like my swimming?
Oh my God.
So, how do you like my swimming? Swimming.
Oh Jesus Christ. Poor
I feel like we should've went more
KSI. Poor
deeper.
JJ.
My father and my brother after 9 answers
What's going on? Hey, Lucy! Hey, y'all was
Oh, poor JJ.
I'll
Oh
reapprove
my
it. Yeah, I'll give
god.
it up vote.
Oh, poor JJ, man. Poor JJ.
And even if you want to
Oh
say that
man.
I am lying about everything you have seen thus far in this video, I lied about my relationship, I lied
Yeah.
about the freaking collab idea,
Yes.
and I lied about the thumbnail, which I changed 3+ years ago.
Yes.
Holy Poopenhagen, I'm not a pedophile. It goes without saying. Also, I didn't lie about anything. Lyrics, actual
Okay, but
good
what if you
faith
did, though?
questions, hell yeah. And then you got this guy here, the worst faith question I've ever seen. So what were you gonna show Shadman? The youngest characters in hentai and it's all his own work? What's the angle there?
That's actually
How
a good.
on earth is that?
That's actually a good ass comeback. That is actually such a fucking baller response, Nux. What's the counter argument?
The takeaway here. The point is, I troll people in collabs. I was gonna troll them in collabs.
Okay, but what was the plan? What were you gonna troll him with? Like, what were you gonna troll him with?
I don't know. Maybe I was gonna show him shit to make him say the lyrics to some song calling himself a pedophile or something. I don't know what it was gonna be. It never ended up happening. Obviously, that's not what I was gonna do. Anyway, what's even wilder is when you look at this guy's past history and it's just me. It's just me.
Bro
Nux
just
talking
really
about
likes
it at the
Nux.
house, smoking that pack. More me. Oh,
Bro
yes,
is just a Nux
yes.
hater.
Lots of Nuxinor.
Bro is Dio, but for Nux.
Lucky for me, most of the
Queeman
people I ended up collabing.
Queeman is Nux Taku's fucking ultra nemesis. He's gonna have kids. It's gonna be like 4 generations down the line, and Queeman is gonna still be alive somehow.
With and trolling over the days were people I did actually like. Shadman, not so much. I don't know why anyone would assume that I would do a Shadman video, possibly as some sort of promotion work and not to grill the guy.
Well,
all that
yeah.
said, I do want to apologize though for not researching the fucker thoroughly enough before asking him to collab.
I mean, you didn't. There was no expectation of that. Like, the guy was super popular at the time. Sure, he was controversial, but so is everybody else who's super popular. So it's like, you probably didn't. You had no reason to assume that, oh, he's been drawing real kids, unless you already knew about that.
I should have been better, and I will be better in the future. He
Oh,
drew
come
porn of
on.
an actual child.
Yes, but you don't need to apologize for that. You have no idea. You have no. It's a super stupid thing to expect everyone to know about everything that happens on the internet. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Not everyone is going to know everything that happens on the internet, especially people who are super fucking busy and don't have time to keep up with everything. It's like, what the fuck? This guy streams for like 6 hours a day. You think he's got time to fucking know about every little piece of drama? Like, he used to actually make long form, highly edited content. He wasn't always like a full on streamer. He was a YouTuber first. So it's like, it's completely ridiculous to expect that this guy who spent hours upon hours upon hours editing shit and planning stuff, just to expect him to know everything that happens on the internet. Shadman at the time was not super well known. He wasn't, or at least Shadman was super well known, but the things that he did to, mark him as a piece of shit weren't super well known. So it's like this whole thing of like, oh, you didn't know, so you're evil. It's like, no, fuck off. That makes no sense. It's guilt by association, and that's literally the laziest, most self-defeating form of prosecution that you can have.
Monster like Shadman. Now, Keem has continued this witch hunt, saying Ricky Berwick is the only creator on the Shadman Epstein list that reached out and apologized. Chris Tyson still hasn't. And again, I don't want this to be any hate towards Keem in any way, okay? Again, he is the father of a girl who got drawn sexually by Shadman. If I was him, I don't know how I would react. I would also probably be out for blood, okay?
Yep.
Again, no hate to Keemstar. This man is justified in...
Definitely, do I know any of these people? The only one I know about is Dolan Dark, Sive, and Sky Williams. Sky Williams, like, fell the fuck off when he turned out to be a piece of shit. I know Dolan Dark exists, but I never really watched any of his content, and Sive's YouTube. And Sive is, I almost said he was YouTube's editor. Like he edits all the YouTube videos. No, he's PewDiePie's editor.
His fucking everybody up. However, in order for pure defense, after bullying a bunch of people off Twitter, it's been come to be known that Keemstar invited.
Did you make that for literally being friends with Shad when you invited her to a Happy Punch event last year, or is your interest in girls that tickle your fetishes overriding your logic?
Belle Delphine to parties. All right,
Yep.
Happy Punch and Belle
That does not look like Keemstar.
Delphine. Let's go, Keem and Belle Delphine. Belle Delphine at the parties. Let's go. Yesterday, Belle Delphine posted sexual pics of a role. Many asked if I called her out on it, and you know.
But wait, what?
Yesterday, Belle.
Today she responded to the hate mob by saying that's like saying video games cause violence IRL. Good response. Yeah. So you kind of agree with the whole thing that, guilt by association is stupid. Okay.
Delphine posted sexual pics of a role. Many asked if I called her out on it, and they were homies and stuff. Yeah. So Pimp Master Broda over here says, why does anyone on the list have to apologize? Did you make Belle Delphine apologize for literally being friends with Shad when you invited her to a Happy Punch event last year? Or is your interest in girls that tickle your fetishes overriding your logic? Now again, Belle Delphine was friends with Shadman. I was never friends with Shadman. We are not in the same boat, okay? I didn't even know the guy.
Was she friends with him, or did she just cosplay his character because he was popular at the time? Because there is a difference. Like, a lot of these bigger YouTubers will interact with each other and do content with each other, but they're not friends. They're co-workers. That's all it is. It's like you work together, you grow together, you do all this stuff because you understand that that's just how you grow your channel. That doesn't make you friends.
Literally did not know him, did not know the extent of his crimes, did not promote him, did not pay him, did not commission him, did not work with him. Even if you don't want to take my explanation for what my collab was gonna be with Shadman in good faith, if you don't want to take that seriously and you still think I'm lying, I still did not collab with him and we were never friends. Also, I'm not lying, as I proved. I did lots of videos to fucking troll people.
Okay,
but anyway,
like, what if you are?
After bringing up to Keem why he didn't expect a Belle Delphine apology, Keem's response was, actually, I had no idea that Belle Delphine had any involvement with the cartoon CP artist because I don't follow her content. So yeah, she definitely owes me an apology. But I do remember you supporting the CP artist! Get on the cancel train, baby! You didn't know that Belle Delphine was remotely related to Shadman. In my opinion, is probably cap. But I am willing to take the benefit of the doubt. There's no evidence either way.
If you followed her content, you saw that cosplay, right? But at the same time, you might not know what the cosplay is from.
Until proven guilty, I am willing to take the benefit of the doubt and assume that you really did not know. Even though Belle Delphine cosplayed Shadman a lot, all the time. They were collabing together. They cross-promoted. Shadman had entire series of hentai comics with Belle Delphine as the main character of those hentai series, and every single one of them went mega viral over the years. I don't know how anyone could possibly not know. They were like both peak degenerates on the internet at that time, constantly cross-promoting. But again, you say you did not know, and I will take your word for it, I suppose. I don't know why you won't take my word for it when I say I didn't know that your daughter was sexualized by fucking Shadman back when I didn't even associate with him, but back when I got DM'd by the guy, because apparently you get DM'd by Dr. Disrespect and you become a pedophile. You get DM'd by Chris Tyson, and holy shit, you're probably a predator now. But to keep the guilt by association train going,
hilarious.
Here, LolCow Live is a podcast that is run by Keemstar and features a bunch of people like Boogie2988 and some people. They have had pedophiles, actual pedophiles on their podcast. They claim it is just to confront the guy, which my videos are trolling / confronting people, okay? He still did farm super chats and made lots of money off this pedophile, but I don't think that's a problem. They confronted the guy. Who freaking cares? But what I think is even worse is the fact that the co-host, Boogie2988 of this podcast, not only defrauded his audience by making believe he was broke, not only defrauded his audience by making believe he had cancer, but also scammed his audience with an actual pump and dump crypto scam.
I think that the whole argument that Keemstar made about how, I want him to stay on the podcast so we can hold him accountable here in the podcast is a cheap attempt for him to not have to boot him and for him to not be seen as the bad guy in the situation. Keem is just trying to look like the good guy. And it's just really, really, really disingenuous. But yeah, I thought this was going to be a Mr.
You
Beast
could look
thing.
this up. This is not the point of the video right now. The point that I'm trying to make is Boogie not only is someone that did a crypto scam, but he promoted the crypto scam on your podcast to your audience. That is so much worse of a guilt by association than having been DM'd by a guy 3 years ago. But again, I do not want any hate to be sent to Keemstar. I do not know what Keemstar is going through. As I've mentioned here, I think I even said it, yeah.
I'm hesitant to be too hard on Keem for this. I can't imagine how I'd act if someone did what Chad did.
Isn't the way. To be honest, I'm hesitant to be too hard on Keem for this. I can't imagine how I'd act if someone did what Shad did to my kid. Guys, do not send hate to Keemstar.
Okay, but what if we really, really want to?
Even though Keem was on the cancel Nux train, I have zero hate in my heart towards this man over this specifically. Specifically this. I can't even imagine the mindset he's in, especially over the Shad.
Yeah, you can't.
Anyway,
you can't, like,
this story continued to spiral out of control because I see this video on my feed. Nux Taku kicked from Some Ordinary Podcast. Absolutely not because of Shadman. And this is a whole train of worms. That's not a real expression, but goddamn, crazy situation to learn about getting fired from my podcast.
A lot more than I can.
Guy's video. To be clear, this is just false information. I was not fired from my podcast. And I'm going to have a clip of Mudahar playing in a minute that he sent me for this video to clarify. So I'll play that in just a moment.
All right,
in this video, Muda is in a call with Chud Logic, streamer guy. I actually like a lot of his coverage of a lot of different stuff. So this kind of blindsided me a little bit. And here is the clip that everyone is...
Recently on Chud Logic stream, briefly discussed Next Tactics interaction with Shadman. This led to Mudahar stating Some Ordinary Podcast is over, partially due to the recent situation.
Is going wild over.
Podcast is done, yeah. Podcast is done now.
Yeah, so this is coming off the heels of the Shadman discussion. So it really does look like, yeah, Shadman stuff happens, Nux caught in the crossfire, podcast done. Realistically, podcast being done is for completely other reasons, and it is a total coincidence that it's happening at the same time as the Shadman stuff. Again,
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, this stuff is coming out all at the same time. There's no way you can cancel something that big that brings in that much money at the drop of a hat like that. It doesn't work that way.
People to believe me because people are taking everything I say
people like canceling Nuxie.
Ugliest.
He is very, very cancelable.
So,
just look at him. Look at him. He's white. Obviously, he's cancelable.
Definitely let Muda doing the talking for me. Like he says over here, nothing to do with our relationship with Nux. Literally nothing to do with it, by the way. But anyway, let's see the rest of the clip because it is pretty damning. I'm not gonna lie. I think Muda definitely misspoke a little bit here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the podcast is over. We are not filming the last episode. It's over.
Yep. Podcast.
Is that are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, we're not doing the podcast anymore. It's done.
Why?
We're supposed to film on Tuesday. Well, there's a couple reasons for it. A lot of that was obviously some of the Shad stuff too, because we were kind of sitting there. We're like, me and Caleb, we were just like, this is, I don't know, it's weird. The other thing was weird.
There's so much I wish I could say. But I promised I would not say it yet. We gotta wait. Frick, I don't want to say anything and throw anyone else under any buses here with why the podcast is stopping the way it is. The point is, it's literally all for behind-the-scenes restructuring. It has nothing to do with me and my association with Shadman at all. Zero.
Right.
In fact, it's the least to do with me out of the three of us as to why this podcast is stopping right now. It's going on
what
hiatus.
is the reason,
Hopefully, we will pick up something. We do have an epic project plan potentially in the works, which again, not exactly.
But
the
tell
place
us the
to
reason,
shout
though,
out
Nuxie.
future
Tell us the
ventures
reason.
and stuff.
We have to know the reason.
Yeah,
otherwise
we're
going to think it's you.
And Muda even says, for context, your podcast is ending for a lot of behind-the-scenes restructuring at the moment. Nothing to do with me. It's purely business and behind-the-scenes shit. I will provide more details about this matter as it unfolds, because you obviously do not have the full story in this clip.
Obviously
And then
not.
he says, and nothing to do with our relationship to Nux. Which is, again, yeah, he clarified. It has nothing to do with anything. Of course, it didn't stop this video from still coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Taku kicked from the Somewhere Near podcast, not because of Shadman, with the greatest selective hearing of all time, but it literally does have nothing to do with Shadman.
Hey everybody, Muda here, and I
Oh,
just
no, it's
wanted to
Muda.
make it as clear as possible.
Okay.
This podcast is not over because of Nux and his situation currently. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple days
Implying that it's a previous situation that involves Nux.
ago at this point, I was on a podcast, or not a podcast, but I was on a live stream with a creator known as Chud Logic. And I wasn't exactly clear as to the ending of the podcast, which really is an ending. Let me be more clear with you. The timing of this is actually purely coincidental, like you see on all those disclaimers for any movie or television show you're watching or video game that you're playing.
Right.
No, in reality, what actually happened is
you
me
said
and
actually.
Caleb, we have our own kind of thing over here that, ultimately, behind the scenes, the podcast and rather the ownership of it and the structure of it is something that we're actually working on again. I actually went out and flew out about a week and a half ago with Caleb, and we filmed a lot of IRL stuff, and we kind of had our own sort of idea as to what the podcast should really be. If you haven't noticed, the weekly podcast, some of the episodes might have been a little bit phoned in. There was a lot of rambling, so me and Caleb and Nux have basically decided that it's better to restructure the podcast, basically have ownership ourselves, and to the point of actually making a set, so we do more IRL stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So a lot of it is really set on, building a set. I'm flying down to Texas more often, hopefully down the road, to be filming IRL and doing the podcast with Caleb. More so like you would see with typical like IRL style podcasts where you can actually do the hosts on camera sitting next to each other, and one where we don't necessarily even need to have a guest like every week, try to figure out how to get Nux on the entire show, being the fact that he lives in an NFT land and an NFT world, so to get him onto the actual podcast is another challenge itself.
Yeah.
So it's really something where we're taking some time to stop the podcast, restructure, and possibly rebrand it and get the ownership directly under all three of us, which is something we didn't necessarily have with the Some Ordinary podcast.
Okay, but
So I hope
why
that
not
clears
film the
things up.
finale? That doesn't really explain why you didn't film the finale, though. Like, why didn't you do the finale before doing this restructuring thing? Like, that makes no sense. You were literally one episode away from ending, and then instead you just cancel it and do that. Like, I don't
Timing
know.
was purely coincidental.
It's weird.
And obviously,
It's a weird,
I would
it's a weird
obviously
decision.
love to work with Nux and Caleb again and get this podcast more structured in a way that we really want to push out, especially with the quality that we imagine and, just the style that we want to bring.
Makes
so
sense.
hopefully that clears things
Ish.
up. And, I'm going to leave it right back to my friend Nux.
But anyway, the point is, people going crazy in the quote retweets back on my original tweet when I said they not like us in regards to Chris Tyson. Stuff like this, with 43,000 likes, basically calling me a pedophile for no reason. Nux, you are a lolicon defender, which is ironic because I was literally in drama like a year and a half ago because I do not like lolly porn. And then the anime community came for me because I do not like lolly porn.
Yeah, the people who like to say that, oh, lolly is just part of anime culture, it's like, I'm sorry. You're fucking weird. If you genuinely believe that part of your culture is liking little girls, maybe your culture shouldn't exist. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like any like real life culture. I'm talking about, anime. But I guess it extends to real life culture as well. If part of your culture involves, sexualizing minors, then maybe that's a culture that just shouldn't exist. Just saying, not naming names, just saying that if that's a thing in your culture, then some cultures are better than others, is all I'm saying.
Which is, it's kind of ironic. I literally got canceled from both sides of the aisle on this one. Imagine getting canceled for not liking lolly porn and then getting canceled, not that I like lolly porn, but because they think I like lolly porn because I got DM'd by Shadman one time.
Yeah, that is funny.
It's pretty crazy. So anyway, a lot of people telling me to delete this
He
tweet.
really is.
As you can see, this tweet has
A lolicon
1,900
defender,
likes
I mean.
and 2.8 million views, getting ratio to oblivion on Twitter. Everyone
Hell.
and their mother calling me a pedophile and shit. And I don't want to delete this tweet. I really would prefer it stay up here,
Yeah,
kind of
don't-
as a testament
don't
to,
delete it. People
the
are just
fact that this
fucking
all went
stupid.
down. The fact that the internet literally turned my life over completely upside down, especially with the Shadman stuff, trying to find any semblance of criminal activity that I've done, and literally not found any. None. Zero. Like, oh my god. It's kind of crazy. Not trying to tempt fate or anything here, but I legitimately have never inappropriately messaged a minor in my life. So there's nothing to
It really is that easy.
find. Ava Chris Tyson did inappropriately message minors, which is why they found shit. Anyway, this has been my long-winded drama response video. The world went after me while I was on vacation, and it's been fun. It's been fun. I spoke to Caleb and Muda. We're all still homies. We're planning something hopefully big. It'll probably take a little while until that kicks off. But for now, I do appreciate all your support. For the most part, the comments on YouTube have been relatively pretty awesome, not gonna lie, and supportive and shit. A lot of people DMing me, asking me if I'm okay. God, I feel like I got 1% of the amount of hate my way right now than someone like Quite did during his false allegations, which were way worse, and I can't even imagine what
I don't know who that is, but
again,
yeah.
The point that I'm trying to make
Overall,
is...
like, the allegations towards Nux haven't been that bad, if you think about it. They were bad, for sure, but compared to what some other people have suffered, it ain't that bad. Nux is a tough little guy. He's dealt with this shit a lot. He's handled much, much worse situations. Right now, the only people trying to cancel him are people outside of his community. And let's be honest, the only people who can cancel you are your community. So long as your community likes you, then you're uncancelable. The people, the Twitter weirdos can say whatever the hell they want, but so long as your viewers still follow you, and so long as you don't get banned, which, let's be honest, he has never done anything worthy of bannage. It's like the guy, you're never gonna get canceled unless you get banned everywhere and you turn your community against you. Which, the whole thing with Mr. Beast and Chris Tyson, they portrayed themselves as extremely pure and completely unmarred by the flaws of humanity, basically, right? And so when suddenly that is revealed to not be the truth, all of those people who followed him specifically because he was squeaky clean and just family friendly content, they will no longer like him. And since that's the majority of his audience, and it's also why he's such a beloved creator by YouTube, yeah, no, he's gonna actually suffer real consequences. This may be truly this may truly be the last thing that we hear about Mr. Beast before his career starts getting derailed, because that shit will kill your career. If you put forward this image of yourself as this super squeaky clean, incorruptible individual, and then it turns out that, hey, actually, this guy's a complete piece of shit who faked the giveaways, who scripted the events, who scripted the challenges, who wasted people's time. People would take time off of work to fly out and go there and suffer all of these added costs onto themselves to participate in the tournament. And then turns out they never even had a chance to begin with to win, because it was always going to be some big YouTuber or somebody in the Mr. Beast family or whatever the hell he calls his crew. That is actually something that will end his career, even if he doesn't get banned. Like, he will not be able to do these challenges anymore because people will no longer watch them. Now, is there a chance that he'll be able to weather this storm and people will just continue to ignorantly follow him? Absolutely, there is. Do I think that's likely? Not really. But hey, we'll have to see. So let's let Nux finish saying his goodbye to us.
I literally didn't do anything in this situation. Yeah, bye.
What he said. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, and cheers! Alright, so now that we've finished talking about current events, it is time for Fallout 4. Well, actually, Fallout London. Unfortunately, Fallout London requires me to be playing Fallout 4. Heartbreaking, I know. Once we're done with this, we'll probably jump into some more real RPGs. For funsies. The Hun's Buzzsaw. The MG42 is the world's longest-lived service machine gun. The German Wehrmacht prized it for its high rate of fine deadly accuracy. The European Commonwealth feared it for the same. Find it in London's black market. Ooh. Cool. Wish we could see it. But instead we just get this background picture. That's okay though. Every issue of Dan Rage. Oh, okay. Already read that one. Alrighty. Oi.
We won't fall to the likes of the dogs or anyone else. Well, here we all are then.
Yeah.
Listen up, lads. I've called us together for a reason. The dogs hit us hard last time, coming right to the center. Well, I didn't want no rash response.
Makes sense.
But now our heads have cooled, it's time we looked at how to bite back. The dogs are trying to get the nuclear reactor.
I'm sorry, am I bothering you? Blind motherfucker.
Got to win this war before that can happen. That reactor could produce double the power Battersea can. The gentry would have the tummies in their gaff in seconds. They'd be untouchable. So now's the time to strike, and strike hard. And we've got us some extra help now. The lab rats we found down.
His voice does not match his look at all, doesn't it?
Nice one. Good work, mate. Get in.
You've had
Get in there.
Syndicate blood, Wayfarer. I'm hoping you're hungry for more.
Sure.
We're moving to a new phase in the war, one that's going to see us much more active, and I want you as our new commando.
Alright, sure thing. Why isn't Blind Nelson here?
I'm giving the orders.
Okay, what do you mean by commando?
You've shown you're good on your feet in a tight spot, and you've shown you can carry out raids in enemy territory.
Is MO too live to have a voice to be that deep and grovelly? No, I've seen like very live people have a voice like that. Especially UK people. This is purely cigars, and this voice is from cigars and whiskey.
You think this is some sort of joke? Wipe that fucking smirk from your face before I take it off with a lead pipe. We're talking serious fucking business here, don't you?
God damn. Sounds good. What's my first mission?
That's what I've got the lads here for. Chill, bullet tooth, shrapnel. I told you all I want new plans for how we can do some proper damage to the dogs. And new blood here is going to be our point person. What you got for me?
My mother wanted me to be a farmer, but I get my hands dirty in other ways.
Which one of you was talking? What?
Guns is what we need, boss. Syndicate always have more than us. Way more. We can't win a war without enough weapons.
Sounds
Syndicate
right.
get regular supplies from the gentry factories. I know of a depot they run in a warehouse by West India Quay. I say we break in there and...
You must be joking. Security will be tighter than a rat's arse there.
How do you know
I'd have
how
to send
tight a
my team
rat's
in to
arse
get more
is?
than a handful of guns. It's too dicey by half.
I know a gal that might be able to help it. She could find a way past the systems there. At least long enough. We just need someone to break in and open the loading bay from the inside.
No, this is just stupid. I want to hurt the dogs, not do some petty theft. Anything we'd be better off burning the place down. Destroy whatever's there. Fancy security and all, and fuck up their supply operations for months. Wouldn't even take much explosive.
You're cool, boss.
Why not take some of the weapons and burn the rest?
Lovely gear in there. Would be a crying shame to see it all go. If we're burning a place down, then there's no harm.
Okay, sure, but that's just some frosting. The real aim here is to fuck over the syndicate.
I feel like Gaunt is kind of blind to what needs to be done. You want to break this, grab some guns, then burn it to the ground.
Good. Take these charges. Find a way into this warehouse and set them somewhere that'll cook extra crisp.
And take this old card of mine and go see Frosty Valentina.
A cherry bomb?
She runs a bakery these days near Millwall High Street. She should.
Are cherry bombs actually explosives?
I'd go see her myself, but the syndicate sniffers would kill me on sight. Tell her what you're about,
What the hell is
and
a
she
cherry
can
bomb?
sort you with something to bypass the security systems.
Waste of time. We don't need this Millwall bint.
Hey, no need to talk about Valentina like that.
Fine. I just want the fucking job done. No distractions.
Alright. What about you, dude?
So tell me, what does the Syndicate have in abundance that we don't?
People.
Herpes.
Herpes.
Literally everything.
No. I mean, yeah, probably. While we're choking down squirrel stew and using rock gut whiskey to treat anything from the flu to a bullet in the head, the IODS has enough food and medicine to supply both them and the whole of Westminster. I feel it's high time we alleviate them of some of that excess and put ourselves in a position to succeed. After all, health is wealth.
So what are you suggesting we do about it? And if you say a train robbery again, I swear to God.
Well, now, just hear me out. There's a train that makes up a third of the Syndicate supply line, and...
Oh, for fuck's sake, Winston. You've been reading your bloody spy comic books again. You're not 006 or whatever. Give it a rest.
Well, it's 005 actually.
007
And what I read
actually.
in my spare time has nothing to do with this. I really don't see what your issue is anyway. They have supplies. They transport them via train. We rob the train. It's simple.
He's right.
It's not bloody simple. It's never bloody simple. There are far too many variables at play in a job like that.
I mean, not if I'm
We
involved.
broke even by the skin of our bollocks on the supply run to the lab, and you want to up the ante? Not a chance. Out of the question.
That's just it though, innit? You're looking at the ones and zeros of the returns from the lab. But the real intangible score of that job run is staring us right in the bloody face.
Correct.
What are you on about? What, the Wayfarer? Not a bad point. Alright, fine. Here's what we'll do. Let's send the Wayfarer to strap on a tux and play international spy. And if they don't come back, we're only back to net zero on that lab run. Happy?
Seems like the more people we send, the better chance of success we'd have. But, yeah, sure. I'll take what I can get.
Good. You should be
Bro does
thanking
not
me
care
for
about
having
me one
agreed
bit.
to that. The stakes of a job like this are still sky high, seeing as if the Wayfarer fucks this up, the heat comes down on our heads like a redcoat's deli belly. You hear that, Wayfarer? If you muck this up and get yourself killed, I'll find you in the afterlife and shit down your throat for the rest of eternity.
I'm starting to feel like I'm talking to myself here. I'm starting to feel like I'm talking to myself here.
Hi, sorry about that. Had to fix something with the headset. I couldn't hear anything out of my left ear. Very encouraging. So, what exactly am I doing?
Excellent. So the train passes through Poplar Station. That's where you'll be heading first. The station is a Syndicate outpost, so you'll most likely have to put down some dogs to get to the control room.
Cool.
Once you're there, all you have to do is switch the train's route to Canning Town Station. Hop aboard, and Bob's your uncle, you're done. We'll be waiting in Canning Town to unload the supplies. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be just that simple. What could go wrong? It's only the Syndicate's most important and highly guarded assets we're talking about.
I'll be fine.
So in case it's not the sunny stroll in the park that if we can't have those supplies, nobody can. Get me? If things start going south, even if we come away empty-handed, at least we'll...
But securing those supplies is still the main objective. So don't go...
Alright. What are the syndicates sending supplies to the Why are they sending supplies to the gentry?
The fat cats of the gentry struck a bit of a deal with the mangy butts of the Isle a while back. In exchange for guns, slave labour, tickets, and a promise not to kick down their doors in the middle of the night, The Syndicate supplies Her Majesty and the Distinguished Royal Court with food, medicine, and other essentials. But it's no secret that there's very little love lost between the lot. All it might take to get the gentry to double back on their little deal is a slight rock of the old boat, if you catch my drift. Something like a dashing rogue agent with a license to kill, intercepting this.
What should I expect at Poplar Station?
I don't know for sure, but there's a scene in Radfinger where 005 boards a moving train to neutralize an A-bomb somewhere in the Swiss Alps.
Brother.
If that's even loosely based on reality, then I'd expect heavily armed goons everywhere. Maybe some bookish scientists in lab coats. And I wouldn't count on the possibility of a few trained martial artists either. They'll attack you on sight, so your best bet is to go in stealth and kill them one by one, preferably with a silenced pistol.
You got one of those for me? What kind of supplies are we talking about?
Wool, other finished goods and the like. But most importantly, anything you've been craving while licking the lid of a tin of dog food, they've got it in that tray. Bangers and mash, eggs and rashers, proper baked beans, fish and chips, steaks as thick as a phone book. They've got it all. You pull this job off, and we'll quite literally be eating like royalty.
Alright, I'm in.
The lads quick.
As soon as he talked about food. Ew.
Christ. This is such...
Let me see this. So we got the fireman's friend. We got the spare pistol. Neat. Alright, Johnny Shrapnel.
I say we take down the dredge.
The mud-chute prison boat? What do you mean?
We crack it open and steal the yoke. There's a bunch of our blokes in there. Lab rat here can sneak in, let everyone out, then set a few well-placed
I ever tell you you're a fuck...
You've mentioned it a few, but what exactly?
The dredge is guarded to the tits. And what's the good in blowing it up? Syndicates have been trying to call us terrorists ever since we broke out that... If we bomb a prison, they'll just...
Not everyone's fond of prisons, Scott, and our lot in there have some grit in a fight. Would be nice to have them back in our numbers, right?
There's some logic in your lunacy, Shrapnel.
I think it's a good idea.
More hands, and it would stick it to the dog. All right.
What's the dredge?
Biggest and vilest prison. Its proper name is Mudchute Prison, but everyone calls it. The gentry send the debtors and persons non grata to rot there.
We should free everybody then.
Block for vagabonds to capture. The dredge has a reputation for people only getting out as dog food. And there's torture, experiments, abuse.
Sounds awful.
The world would be a better place.
How can I get in?
There's a gangplank from the shore near the front, and there's groups of guards patrolling all the time there. It's pretty tight, like the boss said. No one's ever gotten in by brute force. But a lone nutter, being all sneaky like. You'll want to go at night, of course. The door on the ship is locked, but it's not fancy if you know your way around some. Or you could try loot a key from the guard patrol, whilst not. Should all be pretty easy.
This is fucking madness, Johnny.
I can be quieter than a gnat's fart if I need to.
Hear that, boss? I think
than a
we've got
gnat's
the right
fart
nutter
I
for
need
the job.
Not. What do I do when I'm there?
Our vagabonds are kept in a block near the front, but you'll have to take down the security system before you spring them. The cells themselves are unlocked from the warden's office down the back of the ship. There's a bigger block in the middle you can open the same way, full of the gentry's convicts. It would be good to set the whole place free.
And have them all shot as soon as they try to leave. Our boys can handle themselves, but the other numpties will just get slaughtered or recaptured and we'll get the blame for it.
Maybe our nutter here could help take out some of the enforcers.
Yeah, I think that's
that
the best idea. I clear out the enforcers, free everybody, then blow up the ship.
Everyone's sandwiched between explosions and syndicate enforcers. It would be a clusterfuck, Johnny. Let's just focus on getting our own lot out. Them others aren't our problem.
But the dredge, maybe it's too hard, but damn, I'd love to see that hellhole sink.
Yep. I think I have it all figured out.
Fucking tastic. Here, they'll need good luck, mate.
Alright.
My mother wanted me to be a farmer. But I get my hands. Touch me again, and there'll be consequences.
Boop. Alright. Right back out to London. Nelson's column still stands, but the area surrounding it is now a bustling mart with lower class. Ah, I was reading that. Alright. So. We'll go through here. First, we'll talk to the chick, and then we'll head to the dredge. Tactical Upton-Burke Tactical Explosive Delivery Mechanism, also known as the Naval Walker, is little more than a naval mine strapped to some robotic legs. Interesting. I'm guessing that's the Super Mutant Exploder. Of this setting. It just fucking beep, 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 and runs at you and goes boop. And after the boop, you're no longer there. Okay, so let's go. Haha, falls in. All right. Private property, no trespassing. Fuck off. Fuck off. I find the British pronunciation to be humorous. Pretty sure most people do.
Looking for good deals?
Why are you naked?
Take a look.
Sure, let's see what you got.
Farewell.
Okay.
You want to join the reading group? I promise it's not as shit as it sounds.
I doubt that.
You alright, mate?
I think that's your answer. Yep.
Can't believe we got another meeting tonight. It's interminable with this shit.
Why are they all naked? Like, the floor is not clean enough for you to be walking around barefoot.
I assume this is how they live.
What the kid said. Even my apartment looks better than that, dude. Like, with all the working electronics, you'd think vacuums would still be around. Like, if toilets still work. Long ass loading screen. Just playing background music in my ear while I wait. There you go.
Quiet! You could certainly handle yourself.
Well, yeah. You'd be dead if I couldn't. Hi. Do you have a workbench around here? Guess not.
Hello, Sugar.
What up?
Can I interest you in some lovely ass buns?
Boltooth Anthony sent me. Said to give you this card.
I don't know anyone called. Oh, it's Tony? Tony? Oh, we've had some history. I'll tell you that. What does that all do?
How do you know Tony?
Oh, we go way back, dear. We met when I was cracking into his, well, he had such a reputation, did Tony. Always the best.
So they fucked. Got it. I'm told you're a security
In one sense
expert.
of the words. More of a insecurity expert, shall we say.
Ha.
I always liked to tinker. I could never stand being told no. Not by man or machine. I would always find a way to turn that no into a yes. But that was a long time ago. The only thing I crack these days is eggs.
Aw. She retired. Anyway, I need your help to disable the security on the Syndicate Weapons Depot. I was told you could help.
Those days are far behind me, dearie. I don't have the right components just lying around, mind. Let's see. Then I'll see what.
Alright, I'll fetch those.
Compliant, aren't you?
Let's see. Copper, circuitry, and plastic. How much do I need? Alright, I got a bit of everything, so
Back so soon? How's the search?
I got what you said you
lovely.
needed.
Come down my back passage, love, and I'll
Hey,
see
yo.
how I can fix you up.
Oh, hey, yo. You want me in your back passage? Ooh. Alright, give me a second, I'll be right back.
Scraps worthy of a song or three.
That was a rad shrew. You couldn't have punched
Right.
it some.
Now show us your bits.
Hey, yo, lady. You have a lot of experience with this sort of thing?
I used to work a lot with Tony on cracking syndicate systems, so I know how to get my fingers cleanly up a dog's back doors, as they say.
Brother.
But I don't have all the crafts I used to, so this will have to do for you. This card will get you through the electronic lock on the outside of the building and should put the security system into maintenance mode for a few minutes. It won't open any internal locks though, and if you trip any other alarms, then the security will reset. So watch where you put your bum about. Good luck with this, Sugar. And if you see Tony, I wouldn't mind having my hands on his tools again, if you know what I mean.
I think I do. Alright, time to get cracking with these missions I've been given.
Can everyone stop getting shot?
No.
Fuck yourself now,
Hey, stop shooting me. It's really, really rude. a long ass reload. Damn it, I can get hit, but I can't hit them. It's annoying. Alright, fuck this.
Anything good in their pockets?
Yeah, but it's for me. I'm the one who did the fighting. Okay. Okay. Time to do some close quarter combat.
Who? Somebody's hanging around our yard. Who do you think you're messing with, eh?
You fucked yourself now, mate. Pull out, you bastard.
Scarper, lads.
Curtis, you covering my back.
What?
Ooh, an armory.
You're pissing me right off, mate.
Oh, I'm pissing him right off, mate. Be stupid on me, ain't he?
Lads,
Good this time.
You're pathetic.
Yeah, and you're dead. Bitch. You say, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. 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 Got his ass. Last words, HMS Dredge prisoners. Sure.
This is my final message. I'm trapped on this damn ship, and it's clear we're not getting out. To my family, if anyone ever finds this holotape, know that I love you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep my promise. Tell my son to be strong, to make a better life. The Isle of Dogs Syndicate failed me, but you can rise above them. Farewell.
Fat chance. Hit record. Speak clearly. It's the only one you get. This is a message from the depths of hell. I ain't going out quietly. They took everything from me. My freedom, my dignity. They won't take my spirit. If anyone's listening,
They took his dignity.
justice in this world. Remember my name. Randall the Roundel. Tell the world what they did here. I doubt people really care what we do here, mate.
I mean, he's probably right. Most people don't care. They took his dick. He took his dick, did he? No, did he? Note A.
To my wife, I'm sorry for leaving you alone. You deserve better.
She deserves better. Take care of our daughter. I love her. Bro, British accent. It's just funny. Alright, let's talk to Agatha here. Alright, she don't want to talk to me. She probably thinks I look stupid, innit?
Blimey, we're in a right mess, we are. Fingers crossed, you can lend a hand.
Always. Wait, that's all he had to say? Alright. Yeah, unlock all the cells. Incorrect. Forgot to pass. Check the captain's son of the bridge to reset password. Where's the bridge? Loading screens are still like super freaking long, dude. Like, goddamn. That is one thing I really don't like about many modern games. It's like they make no attempt at optimizing the game so it runs better. And, you know, Bethesda is known for their laziness right now, so they obviously would never even... Oh. I did a fucky wucky. And then there's Sekiro. Yeah, but like that's Japanese studios. Like Japanese studios have a history of, you know, going that extra mile for that sort of thing. Western studios just don't. It's so... It's laziness. It's laziness. It's all it is, man.
You hear something?
Final Fantasy, yeah, it's like Final Fantasy is well optimized for just how flashy it is. That game is absolutely optimized. Like, the game is just huge. Like, there's a difference between a game being absolutely gigantic and being poorly optimized. Some Japanese companies also don't care, I guess, but like it doesn't compare to how it is in the West, because, you know, most of the games that come out of Japan and make it into the mainstream are well optimized. Whereas the reverse is true here in the West. Maybe it needs to be this door. And actually, I kind of take it back. I think it's mostly just the Americanized culture. The more Americanized a company is, the worse their culture will be. Because you look at European companies, and they also like really care about their products. But then you look at Americanized European companies like Ubisoft, and that clearly doesn't give a shit. And you look at Americanized Japanese companies like fucking... Oh my god, Konami, and it's like, yeah, no, absolutely, they don't give a shit. America's biggest export is culture death.
Nah, someone's having a bubble here.
What up? Get fucked! Oh, you think it's funny? Get fucked.
Who do you think you're messing with, huh?
I'm messing with somebody that brought a switchblade to a shock baton fight.
Not here.
You're having a bubble. I ain't got time for this. Silly bollocks. Come here. I'm gonna clip you one.
Stay on your toes.
How about you clip these nuts? Hey, yo. Actually, I should put this subby in the third slot so that I can use it. Why is my arm so thin? Like, I'm a bulky motherfucker, you know? My arm should not be that skinny. I was thinking it was war. Hey there, how's it going, Basher? Reset that shit. And while I will agree that it is a major export, it's not their biggest export, right? But like, just look at any country that had a strong, vibrant culture before and after taking in American culture. It's like American culture is currently basically just the absence of a self-identity. And that's not a good thing. Alright, let's see. We've reset the password. Alright, unlock cells.
Someone doesn't know how to tidy up.
Thanks for letting us out, Gov. What's the plan?
Get yourselves free, do what you can to get past, and make your way to the Swan and Mitre.
On it. Fucking...
I want to release the rest of the prison. Fellas, I will clear this fucking hallway if I have to. Also, where the hell did you get the makeup to get those pink ass lips?
I say, who are you? Are you letting us go?
I'm with the vagabonds, here to crack open this whole ship.
Thank goodness. It is most repugnant in here, and I'm sure we'd all be...
How'd you end
You
up in
managed
here?
to upset someone of power and privilege. One mustn't complain, though. It is an honor to suffer for one's moral duty.
I've
Still,
done worse for less.
I'd rather like to
True.
get out and upset them more.
Get out as quick as you can and watch out for the guards outside. I'll do what I can to help.
You're hardly going to take a little army out on your own, are you? Listen, if you can jig it open, we'll have enough weapons.
Okay, stay here till I get the armory open.
Stay in this rot. There's a canteen across the corridor, and I haven't had a cup of tea in days.
Hmm. Maybe I can open it through here? No. Archie can't do master locks. At least I don't think he can. Archie! Kid, why do you always hang all the way back whenever I need you, and then you always glue yourself to my asshole whenever I don't want you around? Like, where the fuck is he? Come here. I've killed men for a BLT, watch your tone. I wouldn't kill anyone for a BLT because I don't like tomato. But I would maim them for it.
Not for me.
Yeah. Figured. There's gotta be a way to open that thing. You could take the tomato off, which is why I said I would maim. I'd maim them, take the tomato off, and then eat the BLT, but I wouldn't, like, kill for it, you know? Man, these loading screens are so fucking long. So long. I'm trying to play the game, but instead I have to sit through like minutes of loading screens. Ugh, New Vegas has spoiled me. Boots up, New Vegas. You're in combat. Start moving. Start playing the game. You're in the game. Move. Ah. Walks through like seriously, man. New Vegas walks through a door, clicks the door. Before I have time to scratch my nuts, I finished loading the map. Hurry up. All right. Whereth would I getteth the armory keyeth? Out the way, boy.
Who?
What the?
They're all up there. Another loading screen. Ah! God damn it. You know, with all these loading screens, you'd expect that they'd at least be fast, you know?
I'm almost impressed by this mess.
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out my way. Oh, maybe it's down here.
That was it. They looked a lot tougher.
I'll get you for that, you prick.
No, you won't.
I can see her.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose.
Alright, let's go open the armory. The armory requires opening. Yeah. So Agatha should be up above.
Ah, you're back. Are we ready to pop out?
Armory's open. Grab some guns, get going.
Tea breaks over, chaps.
I like her. She's got spunk.
Who's there?
Alright, let's get all our stuff loaded and ready.
Hey.
An armor workbench, but no weapon workbench. Damn, that was my favorite lockpick. Fucking damn.
Hey.
Yay, I saved my lockpick.
Might just get to stretch your muscles a bit.
Oi, you hear that?
Damn, this is a firefight and a half. Kid, seriously? What? Oh, he's not on me. Alright, got that one.
Shut it, you toilet.
Where'd they run off to?
Yeah.
Anything good in their pockets?
Got his ass.
Bastard.
Okay. We did it. Little like this is so worth my popcorn all along with the music and all. Thank you. I try to keep it entertaining, especially when I'm getting fucking cooked. Expired anvil cigarettes. Why would you smoke expired cigarettes? Like, just make new ones. Like, just farm the tobacco. It's not that hard. Just a hint of spiciness. Well, from my understanding, it'd be the opposite. Like, it loses effectiveness. Like, there is literally no point in smoking expired cigarettes. You're not getting a buzz anymore.
Someone has a bubble here.
Ah, god damn it, fucking explosives. I will not be defeated. Dude! What's with these fucking explosives just killing me like this, man? I'm so far away from it, none of the explosion is reaching me, and you're just fucking killing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, no. Why would they? Yeah, because you didn't do nothing. He's that guy talking shit from the bottom of the leaderboard. You're not the one who got fucking socked in the mouth. Okay. Okay. Alright. So that's Prison Break done. Now, we got Arms Race and the other one. In fact, it's that guy that if he trash talks, it makes the others toxic as fuck. True. Let me drop by Thames Haven. You know one thing that I don't like about Fallout 4's saving system? In New Vegas, it saves before you travel. In Fallout 4, it saves after you travel. Therefore, you can actually travel and, like, the autosave will put you in danger rather than, you know, protect you from it.
Let the surface dwellers kill each other. We'll be safe here.
Okay. Shit was a door to nowhere. There's gotta be a workbench around here. I know there is. Come on, one workbench. It's a whole ass settlement. There's not a single workbench.
Monsters. Can't they just leave us alone?
All these beds are owned. No workbenches. Like, as much as I dislike the weapon customization in Fallout 4, I think it's done in the worst way possible. Not having there it is. Alright, you get out of here. Not having proper opportunities to use it is worse. Full bullet. Sure, I'll take the full
like
bullet.
A swim in our Thames to make you feel alive.
What does this do?
Hopefully the ferryman will get us some mitten lurk eggs soon. They're delicious.
Yeah, I think
My
automatic
hounds
fire
learned
is
to swim
better.
today. So proud of them.
Munitions. Interesting.
One day, I'll take my family to see the surface. One day.
Bro's name is Ahab. I wonder if this works here. Wait, let me make sure.
Oh. Mine does have two eyes. Wait.
Nope.
Do you smell that? It's the Thames calling to us.
Doesn't work here. Funny how the mod makers actually, you know, those are not surgical gloves. Funny how the mod makers actually took steps to prevent well-known cheeses, more so than even the fucking original creators of the game.
Thames Haven, you are my pride and joy.
Is there not a single bed around here? Well. Onwards and forwards we go, lads and lasses. Broadside of flamethrower, heavy machine gun, and crude launcher. No minigun? No minigun? I can only express my disappointment at no minigun. Baseball launcher began as a modified Agent H Tools Blowjet CC500E, a fusion-powered leaf blower designed to jettison pesky leaves off your yard and into the stratosphere. Cool. No, that's water. And we know what happens if you step in the water in London. Shit will cook you. Literally and figuratively. Radiation is no joke.
was it? It looked a lot tougher.
Let's be honest, kid. Nobody who wears a suit into a battle is that tough. Is it the same? I don't know. I do not know. Maybe. Perhaps.
Hey, come here, you shifty little shit. I'll get you.
What? Huh. Got him with the molly. Alright, into the Kino World Cinema. Let's try not to trigger any alarms.
You hear some oi oi? Piss off, you little pipsqueak.
You hear something? Come here, you shifty little shit. Can everyone stop getting stupid, bastard?
Take that, you numpty. Prick.
Fucking bitch. I was trying to throw it through the door and the guy just ran through.
Rough 'em up good this time.
Make sure I've got everything. A train map. Taking that.
Funny, is it?
Nah. A crude shotgun. Oh, it's a single shot. Okay. Hmm. All right. Nice gun. Make sure to die so I can take it from you.
Touch me again and there'll be consequences.
You're the one who bumped into me. Talk shit again. See what happens.
Look where you're going.
Oh, I almost did it. I almost did it to him.
Ammo, tickets, whatever they had, we probably need to.
You've got a slap on your face, you know that. Clear a path for me, boy.
More eyes on us than an Arabian.
Oh boy. Kids meal, poggers. Yep. Don't think so, neither. Oh! Another one of them pins. Dog food. No, 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 no. We don't want the dog food. Alright, now we run the fuck away. You're now addicted to kids' meal. I would be pissed. I had the exact same thought when I ate the kids' meals. Like, man, I wonder if this is addictive, because it gave me +1 perception, right? So maybe, but oh my god, I would have been heated. A hydrate. Alright, give me a second to pause the game and then I'll go grab some Wumter. Just need the loading screen to finish so I can pause the game. Alright, just gonna grab Wumter. Alright, actually, what time? Yeah, we got time to finish these. Alright. We're gonna have to end the stream exactly at 8 today because I have to go shopping for groceries and stuff. Let's get the fuck away from that. Pardon me. Whoa. Ah! Whoa. What the hell happened here? I'll take those pulse mines for sure. Also, I leveled up. Where's the one for getting... Ah, it's Scrapper. Needs intelligence. We don't have that much intelligence. I'm thinking we do some training. Or we do Lady Killer.
Area secure.
I'm equipping these pulse mines.
Identify yourself. Uptonburg robots do not have scanners.
Wow.
Initiating an offensive action against the
Oh my god, no. Thought I was safe. I was not.
hostile target identified.
Okay. I see.
Hostile target identified.
Yeah.
Rad rat pup. Screen is very black there. Yeah, it's normal. I died. Emergency stop override.
Never mind. You think I'm some kind of mug or something?
Yes.
Going down.
You think I'm some kind of mug or something? Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, I do. You're definitely a mug. Alright.
You hear something?
No.
You're pissing me right off, mate. Silly bollocks, come here. I'm gonna clip you one. Come here, you shifty little shit. You'll have to do better than that.
Yeah.
I could see her. I could see my mum.
The voice acting for these generic guys ain't amazing.
I'll knock you out, sunshine. Everyone stop getting shot. We need to get the hell out of here.
Need to stop shooting when I can just beat people to a pulp. No, I don't want to blow it up. Redirected. Talking like Americans trying to be bad Brits. Yes, yes, yes. It was kind of like they were just reading the lines instead of actually like trying to threaten you, you know? It ain't amazing. It don't sound great. Still though, that's like one thing. And at least there's variety, you know? Like there's other voice actors that aren't just Liam O'Brien. Though that's more of a dig at New Vegas. But like in Skyrim, for example, the same guy who voices one of the most important characters in the game also voices like half the guards. That is not good. And that's a pure Bethesda thing, so it's like, you know. Vagabonds.
Did your mum teach you better?
Well done, mate. We'll take you from here. Head back to Swan. Winston and Gaunt want to have a chat.
Alright. Here's hoping I don't get thunderfucked on the way there. Just to make sure, you know. UK flag. Why not just call it a trifold flag like in the original? Button isn't functioning. But I see possible loot. I need to get over there. There is nothing more important than me getting across that. Whatever. Oblivion had the king that was only in the intro be voiced by Sir Patrick Stewart. Literally the only character he voiced in the game. Yeah. And Sean Bean voiced the heir, who was essentially the main character of the game. And then Skyrim has literally every single Thalmor in the game be voiced by the same guy, and the result is that these characters that are meant to be, you know, antagonistic. Oh wait, shit, I'm...
Everyone stop getting
taking so much rads. Okay. Back to the Swan and Mitre. We did it! We escaped! Before the Great War, British Fuel and the Royal Gas Corporation were the UK's premier utilities, providing power to all of London. Yep. Greenwich is the most highly irradiated borough of London, according to local legend. It was ground zero for the nuclear power plant meltdown that devastated city. The nearby borough of Newham is still engulfed in residual radiation to this day. Whilst the devastating weapon, the flamethrower is a pre-war weapon that is prone to failures and has a tendency to explode. Fucking what? Why would anybody use it? If it's prone to explode, why? Why would you? Okay. So now we must speak to these folks.
Well, well, the hero returns.
Damn straight.
The boys came back a while ago. Told me you did a fine job. The old gang's gonna be better equipped now.
Enough of that. I want a prop.
Alright, spoke to Valentina, got a forged access card.
Oh, how's she?
Good. She says she'd like to see you again. Mentioned getting a hands on your tools.
Oh, she is a cheeky one. Well, well. If things settle down a bit, it would be nice to pay her a visit.
This is making me fucking sick. And you could forget about things settling down. But never mind that.
Yeah, bypassed security without much trouble, managed to open the door for the lads. We left before more forces came and had to go with what we had.
Very nice. You done well. These supplies.
Listen to you two mugs. Clapping you. The syndicate still stands. A couple of crates of guns won't bother them. We've risked a lot.
Yeah, but I blew the whole thing up too.
Pathetic.
Actually, the warehouse at least no longer stands. Whole place is charcoal now.
Two groups of enforcers on top of you, and you just waltz back in all alone to blow things up.
Pretty much.
Gordon fucking Bennett. That's some moxie you got there, mate.
You think the armor's for show?
I'll say. Well, I'm glad you're on our side. I wouldn't want to go up against some...
Something like this deserves a special reward. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm tinkering away at it, and she's a right daisy now.
Right. Well,
Uptonburg Class C rifle added.
Now, what's next?
I'll put the service rifle here, and I'll stop using the musket.
Beautiful bastard. You did it. Look at this score. I knew you'd come through.
You
God,
know
I
it.
doubted you, but I knew. I could tell you were the type of shit-kicking outlaw that could roll into town and take control. How was it? Did you throw anyone off the train? God, I wish I...
It was a hell of a ride, just about a minute. There was nothing romantic about it, just murdered several people for junk food. It was a hell of a ride, just glad I made it out in one piece.
You'll have to spill the details over a vodka martini sometime.
Huh.
It must have been such... Anyway, thanks a million for pulling this off. You have no idea. I'll be able to start up a makeshift hospital for our injured. Assign someone to be a full-time chef. Get people repairing clothing.
Yeah. Well, no doubt these supplies will help us. However, you didn't disrupt the supply line between the Dogs and Westminster like I asked. Another train full of supplies.
If disrupting the supply line was that important to you, why didn't you just come right out and say so from the beginning?
When I need you to know something, you'll know it. Until then, don't even... Besides, you should be thanking me. You got your shipment of toys to play with because I gave the bloody order.
See? Yeah, well, fair play, I suppose. There's a lot to do.
I really don't like Gaunt. Like, it feels like he's more interested in causing damage and mayhem than actually winning the fight.
Take this for your trouble.
Appreciate that.
So, what happened?
Rescue the vagabonds and sank. Got our people out, the dredge is history.
Get in, that's bloody brilliant. You have to tell me, how big was the explosion? How fast did...
You fucking plonkers. Don't you see what that means? How many of those other prisoners sank?
Pretty much none, actually. I protected the other prisoners before the bombs went off. They're heading home now, knowing it was the vagabonds that saved them.
Hear that, boss? The dredge is dead and we're the heroes. That'll raise our reputation through the roof.
Not fucking bad. The Syndicate will be seething about this. You've turned a shit show into something salvageable. I'm impressed.
It was never a shit show, dipshit.
Here, Dredge Slayer. Take these. It's good to have a comrade that shares my love of blowing shit up.
Well, onwards and upwards. What's next?
I don't know. You're the boss.
Wayfarer, come back in a few days. I need some time to think.
Okay. Nice ass. We leveled up, so let's do this. Heh. I think confirmed bachelor is good. We got a good spread of weapons here.
More bodies getting shot done never hurt anything.
Saber tooth Sid.
young'un. Not from these ends, I'm looking for a little help with something.
No. He's trying to be too much like the Peaky Blinders. It sounds more like he's angry and he expects everybody else to be just as angry. But with all of that being said, it's about time we end the stream for today, fellas. So I hope you had a good time. I know I did. And I will see you all next time. But first, who should we raid? You know what? Let's raid Fandy. She's a nice old gal. Playing Stormgate, trying it out. Been live for a few minutes, so let's drop her some rating, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.